Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well, and my dogs are going to bark because the mailman just walked up the steps in the front of the house. All right, they're being good for a second. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well, and I wanted to talk today about hashtags, and Rich Lupino is calling me on my phone, and I'm not going to answer it, Rich, but you can come and join me on Facebook in a second. So, all the interruptions this time. I wanted to talk about hashtags today. Hashtags, because it is one of the number one questions that I get. Hashtags are incredibly important on Instagram because, like I said yesterday, that's how people find your content. It's really your card catalog for Instagram. So you want to make sure that people are finding your content by using the right hashtags. So some ways that you can use the right hashtags. One, you want to go really, really specific. And the reason you want to go specific is because those hashtags are the ones that are getting the most conversation. So if you go specific on your hashtag and you say you want to, use a hashtag that is about underwater wedding photography, because that's what you do, or you're talking about it, then use that hashtag because there's more conversations happening in those niche topics than in the big topics that everybody's using, and your post is going to get buried in seconds. Create content-specific tag lists. So I teach everybody to kind of use the photo buckets, different types of themes for their photos to have so they can tell their story. When you use the photo buckets, you can then create hashtags for those specific buckets. When you create the hashtag for the specific bucket, you can pull from those hashtags when you post those pictures. You always want your picture to agree with your hashtags. You want they need to talk together. Otherwise, Instagram is going to actually penalize you, not show you on the hashtags that don't apply. So then create those lists for the specific themes and save them so that you have them always. And then what I recommend is every couple weeks, edit those lists, see what did well, keep those, get more like the ones that did well, take away the ones that weren't performing well. Don't use the same hashtags for every single post because, one, when you use the same hashtags for every single post, you're reaching the same people for every single post. And those people may have seen your content and already decided that they want to follow you, or they don't give a rat's ass and they don't follow you. So when you start to vary your hashtags, you're going to reach a wider audience that may still be within your niche, but it's a wider audience than the people that have already seen you and followed you because you're using the same exact hashtags. So that's a really important one, is to vary your hashtags and update your hashtags. Create a branded hashtag. If you haven't already, create a branded hashtag for your brand or for a specific product in your brand that you want people to share content on, or just for your brand, whatever it is, you want to create a specific custom hashtag for people to use. Next thing, use community-based hashtags. Now, community-based hashtags are hashtags that target a specific aspect of the business. So it's whether it's talking about your product, talking about your industry, talking about your location or an event or Motivation Monday, whatever it is, it's a targeted hashtag based on a specific thing like location. So New York, or industry, photographer, wedding photographer, business coach, that sort of a thing. Don't use any of the hashtags, especially if you're starting out. Don't use any of the hashtags that have over 1 million followers or over 1 million posts. Don't use the hashtags that are like for like. I will hit you over the head gently, but I'll hit you if you use the like for like hashtags. Because here's the thing, like for like is a great concept, except then you're getting people that don't actually care about your content. They just cared about the like, and they're not going to engage with your content. And that's what really matters. They're not going to buy your product. That's what really matters. When you use hashtags like for like, or follow for follow, and all that stuff, it's not getting you people that actually care about your content and are going to buy from you. So it's great. You get a bunch of followers, but it really doesn't matter. You're not getting a bunch of money, and that's what we're all in it for. Again, more niche, more conversations. Research the leaders and your competitors. What hashtags are they using? If your competitors are using all hashtags that you aren't using, and you're not competing with them in those hashtags, they have full reign. And if you actually start to compete with them in those hashtags, people will see other people in that hashtag. They will see you in that hashtag as a competitor up against this person, and you could win customers. Also, what are the leaders talking about? What trends are coming out? Where are they really focusing their content, and what hashtags are they using? And finally, don't use banned hashtags. Now, this is going to lead to people asking me, how do I research hashtags? And there's a ton of tools out there, and they're great. And I use some of them to create hashtag lists, but I don't use them to actually do the research on the hashtags, because the most current up-to-date information is going to be on Instagram. It's updated by every time somebody posts. So the most current up-to-date information is on Instagram. Use Instagram hashtag, use the search in hashtags to research what you're putting out there. If it's banned, it will say that the hashtag is banned. And then the final question that I will always get is, how many hashtags should I use? And my answer is anywhere between 1 and 30, because you can use up to 30. And 1, because a hashtag increases the engagement. Just 1 will increase the engagement exponentially. So you should always use 1. You can use up to 30. Don't make your post look spammy. So the hashtags need to be buried. Don't make your post look like you're just grabbing for likes. So the hashtags have to be appropriate. And really just focus in on what you want to get from the post. When you focus in on what you want to get from the post, you'll have a few hashtags that really work. You can slim them down. Now, keep in mind, your caption, your photo should be similar, but you might have a different target hashtag that's going to pick, with me doing photography and talking about social media, I mix up my photo hashtags with my social media hashtags and kind of pair them together. So if you have a situation like that, make sure that you do talk about both of them. But anyway, that is what I have for today. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be talking about what we learned and what we can celebrate for the week tomorrow. So I hope everybody had a great week. I hope you learned something. Please share what you learned either on this post or on the post for tomorrow's live. I want to hear what you guys learned, what we should be celebrating, because you guys had an awesome week this week. And you accomplished lots of things. And I'll tell you, I won't be accomplishing not working past 10 o'clock every night, because I worked past 10 o'clock every night. I know I said that was one of my goals this week, and I failed at that one, but I did have other wins, so we'll celebrate those for me. But I want to hear what you guys did, what you were successful at, and we'll talk about that tomorrow, as well as we're going to talk about Anti-Social Guy's Guide to Social Media tomorrow. Because that season 2 is coming back in March. So I have questions for you guys. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.